Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players, and SWGOH. Today I'm going to be talking about some exciting news, and for some people, may not be so exciting, but hey, and a lot of people probably predicted this. Darth Revan is coming to the game. So, the Scourge of the Old Republic. When they left the Mandalorian Wars ended, they were Jedi. When they returned, they were something else, by Cartho Nasty. So, are you ready to face the Old Republic with Revan? Darth Revan, you'll need these characters. Everyone predicted it. So HK-47, Juhani, Karth, Canderous, and Bastila Fallen. It'll be a difficult task to reclaim the Sith throne. Once you complete your journey to the dark side, rework for HK-47 and Fallen Bastila are on their way and ready to help. Darth Revan became an incredible, powerful Sith leader. Stay tuned to the forums for full details on what's changing with HK-47 and Fallen Bastila kits. So you're like, whoa, what? I was actually reading that too. I read this and I was like, cool. HK's getting his rework soon and all that. But then I didn't read this because I was at work on my lunch. But then I was on a break or something. Or no, it was a break. And then on my lunch, I read this and I'm like, oh, Fallen Bastila Sean is getting a rework? What? So I have a few things that might actually be intended. Some things that was mentioned in Arnold T's video today of March 13th is the fact that it could be that Bastila was designed for maybe Malak in mind, but then they have to rework her for Revan to either be not too strong or not too weak. So that's a something. One of my thoughts is, what if she's getting a leadership? They're going to combine her two uniques together, which is going to be annoying in some ways because some of us have Omega'd one and haven't Zeta'd the other kind of thing. And then they're going to give her a leadership because they can't give her a sixth ability. That's a journey character. So they'd give her a leadership, and maybe her leadership's kind of similar to her Jedi version, where Sith get max protection up like crazy. Up the Wakazoo. How cool would that be? Hey, give us that chance. And then the tanks auto-taunt at the beginning. So Sith Trooper already auto-taunts anyways, but Darth Sion auto-taunts at the beginning. So that's kind of cool. That'd be cool. But we'll see how her kit is reworked, but it's probably just so that she can also combat the Jedi a little better too. I don't know. Maybe they'll up some things, down some things. We'll have to see if she's getting a nerf or a buff. So that's number one. Number two is we got the version update of Quality of Life. So basically, we're beginning the rollout to all players starting this afternoon, Wednesday 3/13, with the changes below. And the following days, players will be required to update if they haven't already. Players will be required to update in order to access final features. We're planning to launch part 2 on 3/14, which is tomorrow, but it could shift to 3/15 depending on how the rollout goes. Check the bottom. I'm going to skim to the bottom. There's nothing. Okay. So, yeah. So, major changes. Combat buff or UI overhaul. So, they're going to add this little button. You're going to be able to see your buffs and debuffs, and it's going to be a lot easier to see. Just because if you compare this to this, it's so much better. It's so much better. And what's really cool is this. Like you hold, I guess, for phone users, not the computer, if you're using the emulator. If you hold your finger over and you'll see the buffs, it used to come up with a little thing, but now it comes over here as an option. It doesn't block this, which is good, but it kind of blocks your character, so you kind of have to untap. And you'll be able to scroll through that. And I like that. That is cool. They really went... Like, we kind of saw a picture like this already. But seeing that they also added this so you can kind of actually scroll through. Okay, these are the buffs I have. Cool. Let's get back to the battle. So I know, I can taunt. Am I taunting or not? And one thing I hope is if you're pulling this up, it slows time a little bit so you can kind of read through it instead of burning up the 5 minutes. So like essentially a second in the game would probably be slow down to like a half a second. So it's 4:37, then 4:37 or 4:36.5 435, and then 436. Just to slow it down a little bit so you can kind of read through, especially new players. It'd help new players out. But I like that. I like this. Unique only toggle for save squads mod. Oh, wait. So remove the description pop-up. So yeah, that's cool. But anyways, unique only toggle for save squad and mod loadouts. And now, as you are juggling multiple squads and mod sets for Grand Arena, Territory Wars, and other game modes, we've added a unique only option to your highlight. All duplicate characters in squads or all mods already set to a current loadout tab. This will help you avoid committing a character to a squad or a mod to a loadout that you'd like to save for later. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm glad they're kind of improving these little areas. Like, we've gotten mod management. Now we're starting to see a little bit more. So maybe during the summertime of this year, we might even see a little bit more. Who knows? UI changes. So save squad shortcut. The character inventory now has a shortcut to squad management, replacing the buy data cards button. That is yet to be added, though, so that's probably going to be tomorrow or Friday's update. Cantina home raid icon. The active raid icon in the Cantina now takes you directly to the raid overview screen. Yeah, because it used to just take you to the guild screen. Yeah, that's like that. I want to go to the raid, so I have to click extra. So it's going to save us one click, but that's, that's nice. Expanded ability description. Improved readability of full upgrade ability descriptions by expanding a text over the area that previously had a large check mark. Okay, that one, I got to read it again. Improved fully upgraded ability descriptions. Oh, okay. All right. And then pre-battle screen info. This character selection now displays a character name and the gear tier. So now it says Chief Chirpa. And I like that. So because like if you go for like Jawas, they're all like almost look the same. You'll get them confused. But this is going to allow us to actually see more info. So you accidentally, because they kind like these two look kind of similar, and if you're a newer player, you might get these two mixed up, and then you lose. You put Wicked as lead, and you lose the leader bonuses, so that's nice. Also, the gear tier, that's kind of cool to see. I've learned to kind of figure it out, at least from gear 7 and 8, and then gear 9 adds the next level, gear 10 adds another, gear 11 adds another, and gear 12 golds it. So. But yeah, it's nice that they're adding these little changes to make the game a little more easier to figure things out. Other quality of life changes. Alongside major changes, we added a host of minor quality of life fixes, included the following. Better gear find flow. Gear find flow has been improved to search for both full pieces and salvage components. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that is huge. Kind of like this layout, so you can kind of see, oh, that's what I'm doing, this is what I need, and then you can find and then equip and craft right there. That's kind of cool. They're really upping the game. It still shows also needed by, which is nice. Territory War Grand Arena capacity indicators. Territory War and Grand Arena maps now have a capacity indicator per territory so that you can see how many squads have been filled without having to click into each territory. Oh, that's going to be so nice. Like, for example, I know in Grand Arena for some people, the first two have 3. And usually, if it's just like the 5v5, normal 5v5, the first 2 have 3, and then the back 2 have like 2. And and their pictures, which I would not mind seeing added in the future, but they only showed 2 of your probably strongest leaders, I think. And then you have to select in, and what if you forget to deploy your third team? You'll be short a team on that one node. So this is going to allow you to say you're at 2 out of 3 complete filled squads. So that's cool. Node simming slider. The node simming slider logic has been adjusted to slightly reduce the number of taps to fully sim a node. Okay, well, that's good. They're improving that. Even though I never had a problem with that. Loading. So yeah, I never had a problem with that really. Other than when I go to want to only like leveling up, I'd always hit leveling up a mod, I always accidentally hit 15 when I'm trying to go, like the I think it's the purple mods. I want to push the thing 3 times and accidentally hit the 15. So I don't know if that that's part of that or not. Leader slot default. When a squad auto-populates in the pre-battle screen, if there is no saved squad in memory, it defaults to putting a leader in the leader position. Okay, I like that. Because usually there's times where it's like you're doing the raid, for example. You use a team, and you go to the next one, and the next one is like, for example, I would have R2-D2. It's like, why is that there? So if you decide to want to use a random team that way, right, great. So that's kind of cool that they actually have that, so you accidentally go in. You at least have a leader in the leader position. Performance optimization. Some minor technical performance improvements in combat. Okay, that's cool. Minor changes. Grand Arena schedule has been moved to the 24th, from the 24th to the 25th. So, and I will have this page in the description below because I actually mentioned this down here. Raid screen now center justifies all items, or reward screen. Note, rewards for events have not changed but will be displayed differently. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. So I like that it centers justifies all items. The connection submenu on Android now holds the connect to Facebook, sign in out of Google Play, and link a device options. Okay, that's okay. I never dealt with that, but I'm sure some people have. So yeah, there's some unique quality of life changes here, and we got some packs and bundles for the HK and Karth and Canderous, HK Bastila, and who's the other one? Juhani. I don't see Juhani. Okay, whatever. I guess Juhani's not in this. But anyways, but yeah, and then they had some bug fixes. There's a lot of bug fixes. So now, quality of life. That was what happened today. Quality of life round 2, March 14th or 15th. These changes require restart. So yeah, major feature: raid simming. Veteran guilds can now sim a heroic raid, the Pit. Simming a raid automatically delivers identical rewards to everyone in the guild. Guilds must have completed the heroic Rancor 50 times, which my guild has, and there must be at least 35 players with a 7-star Han Solo in the guild at the time of battle start in order to sim. So that's unique. I'm glad I'm one of the 7-star ones. So that's nice. I do like the idea of this. I just hope they do eventually add more, or add a mythic tier. I think that'd be kind of cool. Add a tier right before where you're up there with Jabba before you get sent down to the Pit, and then you actually have to face like Boba, Dengar, and Bosk. Bosk, Boba, Dengar, and then maybe a couple of Gamorreans. Maybe 2 more unique Gamorreans that they could eventually add, 5 altogether into the game as a Gamorrean faction. Grand Arena matchmaking improvements. Character-only Grand Arena matchmaking is no longer impacted by ships. Great. I guess they haven't done that yet. I thought they had. Because my last Grand Arena wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Grand Arena push notifications. Push notes now trigger near the incoming end of each Grand Arena phase if you have not acted. So that's good. That's good. So it reminds you, oh, hey, you need to do this. Grand Arena auto deploy. If you forget to set your roster after signing up for Grand Arena, or if this is your strategy, shame on you. But if you don't forget to set defenses, we have new features that will distribute your strongest characters from highest to lowest power to a defensive team. This isn't a substitute for placing teams yourself, as auto deploy doesn't take into consideration any team composition or synergies. So one thing you could do is make it a random, you could use this as a random way to see what your team does. You might even find a new team that could actually be really good in Arena, Grand Arena, and stuff like that. And I think that's cool. I will admit one thing I would improve on this is give us an option for another little side area to the Grand Arena, an option to say, defensive teams, so that this little auto setup can pull from defensive teams you want them to pull from. So hopefully they add that into the future, but at least they're adding this now, so that it's just gonna, if like you're so busy Because there's people that are busy. Like, I've missed a few, I have to admit, just because I haven't attacked, or I actually threw up on defense, but I forgot to attack, or, throw up on defense, whatever, because people have lives, people get emergencies, stuff like that. At least they're adding more consideration to this as well. Other updates, leader tag. Leader has been added to the filter tag in pre-battle selection and save squad screens. So you can actually find all the leaders that don't. So, like, you'll find Wedge, but you won't find Biggs. I assume that's how it's going to work. You'll find CLS, but you will not find Chirrut and Baze. You won't find Raid, Han, or Chewie. So that's cool that you'll be able to find leaders, which, changes up. I think. I don't know. Because Hermit Yoda's not. Ray's not, Wicked's not. I don't know. Maybe this. Oh, this hasn't been a confirmed select on this back screen, but I think that's a way to find your leaders. Look at all your leaders and see, okay, how do I want to strategize with these leaders for building squads, which is nice. Frequently asked questions. I'm not receiving any progress towards my raid quest. Okay, so yeah, this is other stuff you guys can read later, but I will post these things in the description below. But I just wanted to go over a lot of this, and I actually like what's going on with the updates. Nothing too impactful with me, but I do like this auto deploy. So if I forget, at least it's auto deploying something. I've noticed there's times where auto deploys my previous, like, say I deployed first round 1, but I forget to round 2. Sometimes it deploys that previous round. And I'm okay with that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's another option they can improve on into the game, is giving you a chance to, I deployed these on round 1, so round 2 and 3, they should be the same, unless you decide to throw your own in. So that's always nice to have. So hopefully they add more options and choices with the auto deploy or defensive team select. And, go from there. So I hope that is a thing. Other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like any of these changes? Do you not like any of them? What's your thoughts towards Bastille Fallen's rework, the HK rework, and Revan coming to the game? I know some people have been wanting Darth Malak. I know other than Darth Revan, I am still wanting Darth Malak from KOTOR 1, and at least Calo Nord, the bounty hunter. I think it'd be kind of cool to see another bounty hunter take. Maybe even have a bounty hunter faction be viable in Arena because of his leadership. Who knows? But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those that watch the videos I make, and you guys have a wonderful day.